today's wisdom is that we always get what we want. And our dreams, desires, wants, they're always manifesting in life, but sometimes not in the way that we expect or think that they will manifest. And again, as usually, this is Sabina Arts, and I'm here with a story and like personal experience and a knowledge on psychology and spirituality and authentic self-life. So let's get started. I will be, as usually, navigating the jungle life and sharing with you a story of how something manifested to me today and how I caught myself on not being satisfied and happy with that, but I manifested myself. Let's get started. So remember, guys, how I told you that time is really changing right now, and what really took like a very long time before to manifest now is not taking as long. But sometimes what we want is manifesting like really strangely, and the more you connect to yourself, the easier it gets. But sometimes it can be very confusing. It may feel like something weird is going on, like life is just driving you crazy, something bad is happening. But interestingly, if you will open your mind to realizations, you will see that you yourself created that reality. So I'm going to share you a story that happened today. Pretty much, I had client booked up today for photography, and the booking came in yesterday, and I was really happy, and I thought that's a great opportunity for me to make money, but not only that, but also to meet with new people and to meet that influencer that booked a photo shoot with me. So, but I was really tired, and I'm not sure why. Not that I was like busy, not that I was like super active physically, but last 2 days I felt like extra tired. And even though I was happy that this happening, that I got booking, deep inside I thought that I'm not sure if I can do it, because I feel that I am exhausted. I felt that I'm tired. So I asked myself, do you really want to do that? And I always have this habit of asking myself it really, even though, let's say, I need extra money, like who does not, I always rely on and listen to my body for the cues and messages. So if, for example, I would feel like it's 100% no, I would not follow through despite the opportunity. But I felt that I actually wanted, so I followed through. And today, when I woke up, I again felt exhausted. I didn't know if I can do it. Just felt energetically drained, like not necessarily with like just my body, but just like energetically I was down. I'm not sure why, but the time was coming for me to get ready and go. And I noticed that my client, even though I'm reaching out to the client and calling and texting, is not replying to me, and something is going on. So then when I finally got a chance to reach out to the client said that the flight is delayed, and that the client, so she said she's not sure when they will arrive. And honestly, at first I was kind of happy, I have to admit, because I thought that it's a great chance for me to delay the booking but maybe get rest. And I felt just like sleeping and laying down. I didn't want to go out. I felt like bad. And so, and then And I'm such a person that really is very active, and it's very hard for me to stay indoors. So even though sometimes I'm tired, I will still put myself out there, because I'm like, I don't want to waste another day on just like doing nothing. Maybe I can rest, but like actively. So usually this is how I do it. So pretty much an hour passed and I didn't hear from a client, and then another hour passed and I already started feeling nervous because it was strange, and I'm constantly texting and calling, and I know that any minute now they will be there, and I would need to go out like with all of my equipment. So but interestingly, so I would put a timer, and since I was exhausted, I would put a timer or alarm for like 20 minutes, so I don't go to a deep sleep but still rest, and so I don't miss a call or text, because a client didn't tell me anything about what I will learn later, that their flight was delayed, and I was just sitting there or laying down also, but actually like actively waiting for them to reach out to me. And then pretty much 3 hours after the start of the shoot, and it was supposed to be like a few hour shoot, a few hours, like 3 hours later, a client reached out to me saying that apparently they will not be able to do it today, but interestingly it's not my company that the booking came through, and the policy specifically states that the client must attend a booking that they already actually even paid for and reserved the time for. I noticed myself so tense, irritated, angry, just because you know, I don't like to cancel. I don't like to like I like to be punctual. I like to be on time. I like to provide a service. I like to work. I like to deliver. I like people. I don't like disappointments. Like I am all about, I do love people. I do love providing service. That's who I am. And I mean, on top of other things where like the not self comes out with the fears of being like punished and of other people's emotions. I mean, right? Let's just talk about this side as well. But pretty much I'm deeply analyzing the story that a normal person would probably react just from like regular side, like, okay, client like didn't show up, like something like that, right? But I start immediately analyzing like on a deep level, and what I found is that I was angry, pissed off because of the situation, basically because I didn't know what to do, and that the situation puts me in a very like difficult situation, even though the time is paid for and like let's say legally, right? Like legally, according to the policy, I mean, of the company, I still get the money. But it's a lot of money, and I'm not the kind of person who just wants to get money. I actually want to exchange the service. So, and then I spent indoors the entire time, even though I was tired. I would not probably do it if not the situation like such. So I started analyzing. I started, since I already know how to roll, how it works, I was like, let's look at this situation from a different angle. What if you are caring for this person's money more that she is taking care of that herself? What if she is responsible for her actions? What if she is responsible for what is going on, and she's taking full responsibility for the like canceled booking, and that she did not show up, she did not inform me, she was just keep saying like, okay, it's soon, we're gonna be soon, but then in the end she informed me that it's going to be a few more hours before they landed, that they were delayed, and she's sorry, which pissed me off. And I was confused why, like, you know that your flight is delayed, like why are you not reaching out to me and not informing me? as usually we are all responsible for our own like emotional processes, let's say. So I had to start prioritizing my emotional like work, and I asked myself, why are you out of control? Why are you so tense, nervous? Like, what's going on with you? So I started deeply analyzing what's going on with me. So first what came up is that I asked myself from a different perspective, what if a client is okay with that? What if she is holding herself fully accountable and is okay to lose the X amount of money for the fact that she did not care to inform me that she's not going to show up? So, and then I kind of started like slowing down and thinking, what if it's all in my head? I am imagining an upset client, a pissed off client, an angry client whose flight is delayed, and then now she's losing money, now she is like in the trouble, and then perhaps there were circumstances, and I am angry on the situation. Although, is it all in my head? Because if that would be the case, if that would be the reality, then a person would probably texted me or called me or emailed me early morning, because when the flight is delayed, you know that, because it takes an X amount of hours to fly to a certain place, and since I'm living on an island, I know that it is pretty much like a few hours flight. I mean, considering that it's going to be from mainland, but you should know that in advance. And if you don't care to inform a person, then what if the person is okay with that? Then the story is unfolding, and I'm like, okay, the second thing that bothers me is, what if I don't receive the money? What if I am, and this is something that I think that is actually a good self-work, because before I would be like not saying things like that, but now I am like, wait, but I prepared all the equipment, I prepared all the time, like my time was reserved for this person. I could not even go outside because I could not carry the heavy and expensive equipment with me, like to the beach, for example. I had to stay home, and I expected a call like in 15-20 minutes, so every 20 minutes I would be like, probably now, probably now, probably now, and that continued for like 3 hours. So that I considered okay, but then the third thing actually freaked me out completely, because I was like, what if I receive money but I didn't provide service? And then I freaked. I realized that I do not believe that money can come to me that easily. Because let's be clear, even though I spent time on like dealing with my nerves, dealing with support, like it was a hassle, but it does not cost that much that I was paid. And then the fourth, I was like, didn't you want it? You needed financial support, you needed extra money, so that's why you accepted that shoot, because you actually needed extra money. But you felt that you're exhausted and tired and you could not do it, and you kind of felt like, can somebody just like give me money please, because I'm a good person or something. Like a joke, right? But it happened. Pretty much I received money just because. So I mean, let's see how the situation will unfold, right? But at this moment, pretty much what happened is that I just received money for nothing. I was paid for I mean, if I were not to be that controlling, responsible, and like anxious, like basically I received money for just like prioritizing self-care, resting, relaxing, and just being in a horizontal position because I was exhausted, emotional, energetically, something was going on. So I had to stay at home. And I was like, let's play that game. Let's not try to be like, oh, that person and like blah blah blah. Turn it around and see positive side. And then I realized that's exactly how much we live in our heads all the time, converting the situation into something that we think it is, but is most likely not for the other person. Because and then I realized, like, oh my God, I want to be that rich. I want to be that rich to make like a few $100 like reservation, and not to even care to show up and be like, yeah, for good, you know, man, just enjoy the money, thank you for your time, and you know, sorry for the travels, you know, it's fair, just take it, it's okay. And I was like, whoa. I wish that I can do that. I am always so anxious about like every penny, every dollar that I spend, and I'm like, no, let's take it back, let's return that, like always this hustle about money. And then I realized that I'm projecting my own thing into the other person, and that makes me nervous and anxious and all of the rest. And that situation made me look a little bit different first on how I think I should receive money. And in all of these programs like came up, and like, you have to work for your money, you have to work hard, you cannot just like receive it. And I know this program is in me because I know it is, because there used to be a time where I even thought that I could not make money from just art making, because it's not a lot of suffering, like what? Wait, I'm just self-expressing. I'm enjoying living my life, and I get money for that. Don't you supposed to like struggle and love something, cannot be with it, and like work hard and like. So then I realized, like, wow, good work, Sabina. Good self-work. See how things are. When you see those systems and programs within you, it means that they are changing. So we'll see. I will see how situation will unfold. But I was so glad to see that I wanted to rest. I wanted somebody to support me financially. I'm glad to provide service. I would love to, but I was exhausted. Something was not like working out, and then pretty much I received money like just like that, just like so. You see? Isn't it interesting how our desires, our dreams, they're manifesting, but then our brains, our conditioning is like, no, but I want it to be like this way and this way. And just because there's shame, there's guilt, I didn't work hard enough for that. I would have, like, if I were to work like a few hours for that and earn it, then like it's normal. But then if just by the client error I'm receiving money, and it's like, oh, that's scary, that's just for nothing. I did nothing. A lot of, and I'm sure that it's triggering for somebody now who's listening to it, like, you're not supposed to, like, you have to be fair. You see, like, I'm sure there are person like that, because I am like that deep inside too, that even though it was client's error, even though it was their responsibility, I think, and responsibility for somebody else's time, I still think, like, from my perspective, like, maybe it's not good. So we'll see how it unfolds. But I like to, I'm always like amazed how life, how situations, they're best teachers. They every day you see how life is unfolding in front of you, and is showing you some lessons, showing you that, like, how things can be different, and what's interesting is that a lot of times what I see is that we actually get what we want. We do. But then first there's this mind games are like coming up with, I don't deserve that, it's bad, maybe it's not good, it has to be a certain way, otherwise I feel bad. And shame and guilt, and like my mom always told me you have to work hard, and then it's like coming just like that easy. Am I going to die? Because, like, actually it's not funny. Recently I uncovered some programs within me that if I'm joyful, happy, and things are easy, I feel so much anxiety that like, am I going to die? Things are just too good. In my culture, it's like there are superstitious phrases like, you happy, then you're gonna be sad twice. Like you found something, you're gonna lose twice. Like you see, like you're happy, you're gonna cry. You're like everything is good for you, you're gonna die. Like it's like what God is punishing, universe is punishing, is not resourceful, is always taking away like that. Yeah, and then it was first, and there was second, but I forgot. Second was that, yeah, sometimes what we want is too limited, and there is the higher self that comes out, and like there are bigger fish in the sea, there are big opportunities, and you're like, I don't need that. That is okay. So, but your higher self will always lead you towards living your full potential. And as I mentioned in a previous video, that somehow now it's not about are you stepping into your full potential and are you meditating and exploring your authentic self. Now it's more like go, and it's not that somebody's punishing you too, but that's just how energies are working now. I don't know how to explain it. I can feel it. The more resistance, the more it's like something is like smashing you, because I feel like space is like pushing me to do something, and that's hard to explain with words, but it's just that how I feel, and I'm translating those messages and I'm getting them out like a juice out of situations from my personal experience. And since I'm aware and deeply educated with somatic psychology, like all of the modalities in the human psyche and like human's body, that's how I can translate those experiences in lessons through my knowledge. Because a lot of self-work made me be very aware, very conscious that I can be like on the passenger seat of my own life. Sometimes I can be like, okay, let's look at from different perspective. That takes time. Usually people are so deep in situations that they need somebody else to reflect on their life. For me, now I'm on the level where I can actually be like, let's look at it from a different angle. And I mean, depends, this situation can unfold differently. We'll see what happens. But wasn't that a great lesson for me to change something within me? I was looking forward that change for a lot of time, seeing how this program unfolds. Where am I not letting myself just live, be happy, create, be creative in all the things that I do, art and traveling and like self-discovery, psychology, all of that. Now I was shown that. Well, I shared the lesson. I'm very excited for others to see and maybe take something for themselves, take that juice that I just made and enjoy it, apply it to your situations, to your life, see how it unfolds. And I arrived to the beach and I'm going to be enjoying the rest of my day. Since I was paid for that, I was paid to sleep, enjoy and have fun today. Why don't I do it? Why don't I accept this gift? Again, let's see how situation will unfold. Maybe in the end something like will come out like with because it's not my company, it's not my rules, it's not my policies. We'll see how it unfolds, but for now, a new program installing. I enjoy, I am happy, I'm supported, and I'm supported financially, and things happen the way I want to. Manifesting that today. Thank you, universe. I see the lesson, I see what you're trying to show me. I deeply appreciate it. I will no longer complain and be irritable, angry, and whatever I just did today out of trying to force something, because I have to work for my money. I cannot just receive it. I'm anxious. Let me work for it. But it's something new that today I experienced, and I'm working through accepting more and more of that. I still appreciate work. I still like to work, I like to provide service, but a little bit easing up on the way how it's supposed to happen. Well, glad that you stayed with me. Enjoy those lessons and support my YouTube channel. Come and receive support from me on your journey of self-discovery and connecting to your higher self, authentic self, and communicating with your body, with your soul. And as I said, gotta go, enjoy, because I'm paid for that. Bye, and I'll see you later.